I want you to imagine waking up in a strange place. As you are wondering where you are, you realize that you can't get out of bed because you have an IV in your arm and tubes up your nose. You begin to realize that you are in a hospital room. Now you start to remember that you and your best friend were out celebrating your success on passing your midterms. You only remember having a few drinks before driving home. Now the doctor is in the room with you, explaining that you were in a car accident and your best friend did not make it. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, every day 29 people in the United States die in motor vehicle crashes that involve alcohol impaired drivers. That equates to one death every 50 minutes. My name is Rebecca Ronstrom, and today I am going to share with you the effects of driving while under the influence of alcohol. By the end of my speech, you will know what alcohol is, its dangers and effects, and you will have learned measures you can take to keep yourself and those around you safe. Let's start with what alcohol is. Alcohol is the ingredient in beer, wine, and liquor called ethanol. It is made when yeast ferments the sugars in grains, fruits, and vegetables. Consuming too much of this ethanol will make you drunk. Now you may be thinking that it will be okay if you just drink a lot of coffee, but the truth of the matter is, no matter how much coffee you drink, it won't get rid of the alcohol in your system. You will be jittery and wide awake, but you will still be drunk because only time will sober you up. According to the CDC, your liver can only process a small amount of alcohol at a time, about 1 ounce per hour. So in this situation, time is your best friend. You also may be thinking that it will be okay if you just stick to beer. But did you know that beer has as much alcohol as straight whiskey? According to ArriveAliveTour.com, one 12-ounce beer has as much alcohol as a shot of 80 proof whiskey. You also might say to yourself, I can handle my liquor. While it is true that body size does affect how alcohol affects you, there are other factors to consider as well, such as your body chemistry, how tired you are at the moment, and the amount of food that is currently in your stomach. The truth is that your reflexes and judgment start to get affected with that very first drink. Now that I've explained what alcohol is, I will explain why it can be so dangerous. Here in Florida, it is illegal to drive if you have a blood alcohol concentration of 0.08% or higher. According to the CDC, it only takes about 4 drinks to reach this level. And at this level, your muscle coordination becomes poor, your judgment becomes impaired, your ability to concentrate diminishes, and your ability to process information fades. This graph, which I found on ResearchGate.net, represents the amount of people who die annually due to alcohol-related vehicle crashes. This vertical axis represents the top 10 countries that report these fatalities. This horizontal axis represents the amount of alcohol-related traffic deaths per million population annually. As you can see, our own country, the United States of America, far exceeds the other top 9 countries in alcohol-related traffic deaths. According to a Center for Disease Control and Prevention fact sheet, 10,000 people in the United States die every year due to a drunk driver. Florida alone reported nearly 8,000 deaths between 2009 and 2018. That is only a short 9-year time span. These deaths occurred because someone thought they could handle their liquor and got behind the wheel. Now that you know that our own country has the most fatalities, let's examine why these fatalities occur. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, alcohol has damaging effects on the brain. It messes with our balance, and it causes us to stagger, and it slurs our speech. Alcohol blurs our vision. Under the influence of alcohol, if you saw traffic in this blurry way, you might not see the dangers you need to try to avoid while you're driving. alcohol impairs our memory. Under the influence of alcohol, you might not remember how to get home, even though you've traveled that way many times before. And the sad thing that is that alcohol slows our reaction times. If this boy doesn't make it, his mother will never be able to read him a bedtime story or tuck him into bed ever again because someone thought they could handle their liquor. Even though they tried, they just could not stop their vehicle in time due to their slowed reaction times. We need to ask ourselves, what can be done? Don't become one of these statistics. Don't cause someone else to become one of these statistics. Lowering these death rates starts with me, and it starts with you. So, how many of you will promise to never drink another drop of alcohol for the rest of your life? Well, if that is too much to ask, how many of you will at least relinquish your car keys after even one drink? Thank you.